Spirit was just mentioning that we may have been seeking answers for some time, and we're being encouraged now that the answers that we need are coming. Um, Here the line was, speak your truth, but remember that your words have consequences. So our answers may be a few conversations away, Spirit said, from being resolved. And my feeling there was that, especially with this fire and water energy that Spirit has been speaking to, that there's maybe been a lot of just unexpected conflict in a lot of people's weaves. And so once again, Spirit mentions here our answers may be a few conversations away from being resolved. In a love situation, a little flirting may be called for. And if we find ourselves amidst the fire and water energies, which are active right now, and the steam is scalding us, so we're in a heated argument or conflict, it's good to talk, but in this now moment, we might be causing ourselves more issues with our words. The feeling here was that touch and presence go a long way right now, that words can kind of backfire, even if they're well intentioned, and even if both people are coming from a well intentioned place. So, minimal words right now and more eye contact, more smiles, more physical touch connecting through that heart frequency. And we're also being encouraged to remember that our word is our wand and that we are creating our reality through the words that we speak. And if we're feeling something super like aggressive right now or heavy or intense, we might even be encouraged to kind of laugh off the situation, like to break the moment in some way, because a lot of times the forces of nature will move through two individuals. And if you are not a team and remaining focused on love, even when you kind of want to kill each other through this particular situation, it can get really intense really quickly with this fire and water energy. So Spirit saying that the word is the wand. So we really want to be careful that what we're saying is what we mean to say and what we would say the next day and the next day and the next day, and not just something that we're saying in the heat of the moment. And once again, encouraged to laugh off a situation if we can. And the vision I'm getting here is when, someone like this chair makes a farting noise or something in the middle of the argument, and everybody has to like acknowledge that was hilarious, and now nobody's mad anymore. That's the energy that Spirit is speaking to here. And I will leave the floor with that one if there's anything we want to talk about that particular issue.
Well, there's been some comments already that it has felt intense, that there has been some opportunities to really get embroiled in some angry or angsty or heated dynamics. And I just thought I'd bring up something that was taught to me that has really, really helped me in those really extreme times where I can't seem to anchor through the emotional tumult that's being asked of me. And it's a physical thing that you can do. I'll just describe it very quickly here, where you stand up with your feet about shoulder width apart, and you kind of imagine that your pelvis and your hip apparatus is like a bowl or a cauldron, and that your head and your neck are kind of attached to your pelvis and your hip. And the whole premise of the activity is to rotate your pelvis in sync with your neck and your head. And when you're standing and you're doing this, when you first start out doing it, it might feel a little bit awkward. But as you practice it, you can find that you can snap into it very quickly. And you can also do it very, very subtly, to the point where if you were just standing in a grocery store checkout line and it was taking forever and you're ready to explode, that you can literally just start doing this little method, and it will allow your upper chakras to kind of snap in sync with your lower chakras, and you become very much more in an empowered kind of state of being. And so what you can switch directions, and you can do it with a lot of tilt to your head and to your pelvis and make it a very like intense movement, but you can also do it very, very lightly and very kind of softly, so that someone looking at you might not even perceive that anything's happening. So I just thought I'd bring that up, because I've literally had to get up and go outside and just kind of like do these movements so that I don't lose myself in whatever interpersonal just I don't want to call it trauma. It's like interpersonal inside congestion or inside storms or inside boiling points. So if anybody else is feeling those things as well, I would just say I would suggest just trying it and seeing if it has any advantage or benefit. Otherwise, discard it.